this great Monday morning on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio and your state's number one family radio station, broadcasting live from Wells Broadcasting House along Alafi Avenue, Oloyede, Estate, Ibadan. Today is the second day in the month of March 2026. Thank you so much for joining us this great Monday morning, and of course for tuning into 89.3 FM. All right, this is Perspectives Unlimited, the program where we take you beyond the news to help you understand stories making the rounds in our nation, Nigeria, for today. And from our studio right now, it is 6:33 a.m. We pray that this week and this month will definitely be a great one for all of us. Amen. And that all our expectations will not be cut short in all areas of our lives, that our businesses, our personal life, and all that we trust God for will definitely by God's grace progress and advance in all areas. Amen. My name is Ayo Emmanuel Ojo. Good morning to you. This morning on the program, we have The Punch, The Tribune, The Vanguard. From the three dailies, we will start by taking the front page stories one after the other. And right after that, we dive straight into in-depth analysis for further understanding and better understanding of our nation, Nigeria. Remember, as I always say, the stories that we bring to you, though some of them may not be the best of stories, may not be the most interesting of them all. As a matter of fact, some might not even be good news at all. But hey, we're Nigerians, we live here. And so let's take some of the stories as a piece of information. If you want to extract your prayer point from them, you may do the same. And of course, if you want to make great decision by joining the appropriate, Congress, union, political party, so you can also contribute to ensuring that the narrative, can be changed. We can also do that. So do not be depressed by the story. Rather, take them as a piece of information. Now to The Punch on page 45. Army Major, 10 terrorists killed in Floyd military base attack. On page 24 on the Tribune, Tinubu convened police council today to confirm DSU. On page 8, Iran-US conflict may raise Nigeria's fuel prices. On page 35, crude-backed loans gulp 8.36 trillion naira of 2025 revenue. On page 8 and 45, which is the major story today on The Punch, 2027 polls won't be 100% perfect. INEC chair warns. There are three riders attached to the story. The first one says INEC review party rules as new electoral act sparks regulatory overhaul. Amukbita says network glitches orders hampered real-time e-transmission of FCT polls. The last one, PDP ADC kick off e-registration. APC mulls deadline extension. On page 45, fans cashless policy rollout sparks airport gridlock. On page 8, school owners fear 700,000 Ogun students may miss WAEC this year. And finally, on the Nigerian Tribune for today, federal government AFC Inc. $1.3 billion mining investment deal. Now, moving away from The Punch, we move to the Nigerian Tribune. Real-time result transmission. What we learned from FCT polls. INEC chairman commission to conduct mock presidential election. Still on the Tribune, major story, Nigerians divided over opposition's rejection of the new Electoral Act. The writers here, first one says that it's too late in the day. Chekwa Sokorie. They are crying when the head is off, says APC. Right things must be done. NNPP. Turaki-led PDP set 3 weeks deadline to complete digital registration. We are focused on congresses. Wike-backed PDP faction. Labour Party concerned with grassroots mobilization for now, says Inande Husman. And still in Nigeria, federal government AFC signed $1.3 billion alumina deal on page 8. On page 13, 13 banks weigh last-minute mergers, private placement, foreign partnership options. The rider recapitalization should deliver 8 to 10% GDP growth annually, says Adebanjo. And on page 6, power sector debt to Gencos may hit 8.8 trillion naira by the end of 2026. And on page 5 and 6, US-Israeli-Iran war escalation may increase fuel pump prices, manufacturing costs, CPPE warns. 4 riders to that. The first one, how conflict reshaped Middle East, shock global order. Iran retaliate, strikes Israel, Dubai, Doha, Kuwait, and Bahrain. And of course, destroys airport, ports, blocks train of Omzo. And the Nigerian police on red alert as IGP reassures of sustained security. And just one story right here on the front page of the Vanguard. US-Israel wipe out Iran's top military base as Iran kills 9 Israelis, 3 American military officials in retaliation. That's all we can take with the front page story for today. Let me specially welcome you again to a great time on 89.3 FM. We started our broadcast from 5 o'clock and up until 11 p.m. tonight. We will be here with great and amazing programs to keep you locked, educate you, and of course give you that wholesome, safe entertainment all through the day. Once again, my name is Ayo Emmanuel Ujo. Now watch us live on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. And of course, you can stream us live across all our streaming platforms. Wells Radio 89.3 FM is the name. With me this morning to help us make sense of all the stories we have in the news today. And of course, the ones that time can permit us to review, Chukwemeka Munachiso joins me in the studio. Hello, Chukwemeka, and thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Ayo.
Good morning to you. How are you doing today?
I'm okay.
Well done. How was the weekend, by the way?
The weekend was fine. It went well, and we thank God for His mercies. You know, in Nigeria today, when you wake up and you are alive, you go out and come home, it calls for celebration because we are living in the times of uncertainty. So weekend went well, and you know, this work there is no holiday, there is no because you always on the hunt for news, you know, because you must speak from the position of knowledge.
Absolutely.
So it's either you are reading or you are listening, or you are, you know, asking questions, and you want to know what is going on in the country, you know, because that's where you get your information. That's why you inform the people, you know. And then, you know, during weekend like this, when we go to church, you know, you hear messages, and you know, the weekend offers us that day, that single day we have rest. It helps us to declutter.
Absolutely.
Because it's not easy being exposed to. I don't understand why a lot of our colleagues engage in certain things. But that's the wrong option.
A wrong alternative.
Yes,
Yeah, it can be very stressful.
It's very stressful. It's very stressful. It's only God that is keeping us alive.
Absolutely. So if you see a broadcast journalist today, give us a hug. Give us a hug. I mean, it can be a lot, spilling out and disseminating some of the stories. When we also remember that we're also Nigerians.
Yes.
This
thing has a way of getting back to you, whether you like it or not.
We're also Nigerians. Some time ago, someone said to me, and I put it on my socials. I wrote it as an article. And said, broadcast journalists, you people love to share bad news. It's like you love it, you enjoy it.
No, we don't enjoy it.
I said, you can only imagine that sometimes we also break down.
We break down. Mentally, it affects you.
I remember an experience with Toluwale Kiali. It was a lot. And it's not impersonal. It's just about some of the stories in the news. But we come here looking good again. We deliver it. And you think we love it?
No,
we don't.
We don't.
That's why we, especially at 89.3 FM, always, take the time out to say, let's pray for our nation. If our political decisions may not, make any difference, even though we know that it does make it if we all decide to march to the polls and vote. However, there is something that reigns supreme. If we speak to our God, He can make things work. With clear purpose, though, because we've been praying, right? But how have we been praying? That's another conversation. Thank you so much, Chukwemeka, for helping me relieve again. Okay, now let's get to the news. And I want us to, I know you're big on the foreign desk, and I would want us to, a lot is going on internationally. Over the weekend, sorry. I tried as much as possible not to pay attention to it, but it is our job, whether you like it or not. It will find its way, either through a newsletter in your email. Something will pop up somewhere that would remind you that, hey, something is going on globally. As it concerns Nigeria, though, the Punch says Iran-US conflict may raise Nigeria's fuel prices. Energy experts and downstream operators have warned that Nigeria may witness a fresh increase in petrol and diesel prices if global crude oil prices surge above $90 per barrel amid escalating tensions between the United States and Iran. The warning comes as hostilities in the Middle East trigger fresh volatility in the global oil market, raising concerns over the vulnerability of Nigeria's domestic fuel pricing structure despite the country's push for local refining. Recent checks across major cities indicate that petrol currently sells between 824 naira, 880 naira per litre, depending on the location, logistic cost, and the market involved. Following the latest price adjustment by the Dangote Petroleum Refinery, the development comes after the refinery reduced its premium motor spirit petrol gantry price by 25 naira per litre, lowering the export price from 799 to 774 per litre in February 2026. 5 energy experts in separate interviews with the correspondent on Sunday said the recent Iran-US conflict could have far-reaching effect on global crude prices, warning that any sustained escalation of hostilities, particularly around the strategic Strait of Hormuz, is already feeding risk premiums into the market. Before we bring it back home to Nigeria, give us a background of what's going on between the US and Iran. It's a lot. We've been seeing all kinds of footages here and there. It's just a handful and a mouthful at the same time before we then bring it back home and how it can concern us at home in Nigeria.
It is a lot because what I'm looking at is we are going to have a new world order, and we are looking at something that has never happened before, or whether it has happened, but this one has a far-reaching effect because the Middle East is the oil hub of the entire universe. And what is going on in Iran is not going to help the world community because we know the escalation started a long time ago when Iranians went to the street as a result of economic hardship they are passing through in Iran, and many people were slaughtered. And what happened in Iran, in fact, I'm still yet to come to terms how people will be shot in the street and they go to hospital, and you go to hospital to go and kill them. Even arresting doctors who are treating the wounded in the conflict, as in the protest, and which brought about this issue of America renewed its interest in that Iran must not have a nuclear weapon or whatever, ballistic missile against. It's just to have a change of. Or Iran was accused of being behind most proxies in the Middle East, which he didn't deny. And but the war in Iran today, if you ask me, I just sympathize with the innocent Iranians who are bearing the brunt, because they are dying. From protest, now the war is on the country as a whole. And in war, your bullet it doesn't know child or adult. When any conflict comes home, everybody bears the brunt. And Iranians are now bearing the brunt, And America is in Iran for its own reason. The issue of nuclear weapon, you must not have nuclear weapon, you must not have this or that. And Iran, they were at the point of having a breakthrough, but America is saying that Iran is not forthcoming. And that's why Israel, because everything, the doctrine in Iran is that Israel must be wiped off the face of the earth. And when you are facing such existential threat from a formidable country, internationally it is allowed for you to engage in preemptory attack, which Israel did, at the prompting of America. And that's what we're having today in Iran. And the way I see it going, Iran has been firing indiscriminately against other Gulf states, which will likely bring them into the conflict. And we don't know how it will end, because UAE is now sounding combative, that if Iran fires more into their territory, that they are going to retaliate. But I don't think America will allow them to do that, because they are firing at the basis. And another thing again is, at the end of the day after, what will become of Iran at the end of it all? And that's to show you how the world politics, the politics of the entire world. Russia just sent condolences for the killing of the supreme leader. China has not said anything. And these are people that Iran has so much relied on. And that is a lesson for Nigeria. We are running to France. We are running to UK. We are running to America. We are on our own. When the ships are down, you are left alone. You carry the can alone. Look at what Putin, though I didn't expect much from him, because he has been battling with Ukraine for the past 4 years.
Right.
So he can't get involved. But Iranians leadership believe that Putin will not enter into the problem, because he has issues on his hand. Imagine Russia recruiting Africans to come and fight on his behalf. Nigerians are fighting there, Kenyans and South Africans. Many of them are going there, and Ukraine is even capturing some, showing them live on the television. You understand? So they didn't factor in that Russia will not come to their help, and China is always a trading partner. Wherever its bread is buttered is where it will face. And Nigeria leaning on China. Now is a lesson for us. We should look at what is happening in Iran and learn a lesson. Now, coming back home on the issue of oil.
Yes.
The Strait of Hormuz is very, very important in the global oil trade, because most tankers pass through that axis. And now that the conflict is on, I don't think any tanker
will be able to
go through. Yeah. So that's where it will affect our price. But the issue is this, Ayo. Why is it that when there is when the price of crude oil globally comes down, it doesn't reflect here? It's only when it is rising. That's why they are screaming now. Yeah. It's all about money. When it goes down, does it affect us here? Do we even buy cheaper fuel if it goes down? No. It's only now they are warning because of the crisis in the Middle East. When there was no crisis, when things were normal and crude oil, they were not selling at a high price. Did we even enjoy it here? We don't. So whatever goes up in Nigeria doesn't come down. The issue of the crisis it will because that's a sign that the world is a global village.
You know, yesterday I found this tweet on X, and of course, a lot of young people are there, and then you find all kinds of questions. Some of them would also call you back to think and reason why are things happening like this. And the question says that, of course, you say Nigeria is blessed with milk and honey. We're rich in crude oil and the likes. If this kind of thing is happening globally, why should Nigeria be so bothered about its effect, especially since the standing or the position or what must have been said about the Dangote refinery, about its standing and how it may be sufficient enough for Nigeria. But looking at this part of the story here, the Chief Executive Officer of Dairy Hills, Kevin Emmanuel, said Nigeria's exposure to global crude remains high because Dangote refinery still imports a significant portion of its feedstock. He stated the Dangote currently processes an average of 18 million barrels of crude oil monthly. Out of this, about 12 million barrels are imported, which he gets about 5.7 million barrels, which is equivalent to 6 cargoes from the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL. So if Dangote processes about 18 million barrels in a month, about 12 million of that is coming internationally. Are we truly rich in crude oil? Or where is the crude even going? Because at the moment, our local refineries are not operational.
They are out of service.
And so, yes, there might be other smaller refining,
they are not enough.
But they are not sufficient. But if we talk about refinery in Nigeria, we're talking about the Dangote refinery, which is the major refinery as we speak today. And it's processing 18 million barrels, and 2 million of its barrels are coming internationally. Then crude will definitely rise because that seems to be the major supply at the moment.
Our economy is very, very vulnerable, very extremely vulnerable. That any hiccup internationally will have a toll on us, and all this because of corruption. You see, profligate leadership. If we have proactive, responsible, and responsive leadership, we won't be where we are. Because look at the refineries. Why are they not working? Corruption. Even the CEO of NNPC, Bayo Ojulare, he came out to tell Nigerians that there's no point wasting humongous amount of money on these things. Why are they not working? Are people not there collecting salary? The government is throwing money into something that is not bringing any dividend to the country. And that is why, that's why Dangote came up and is enjoying the monopoly. Because if the country had fixed its own refineries, what Dangote is doing would have been an addition, and that will help us to manage the fuel supply and usage and everything in the country. But the government failed in its duty, and that's why a private investor is now dictating the tune. So what do you expect? If we had managed our affairs very well, if we have done the needful, if corruption had allowed us to fix the refineries, we won't be where we are today. Our economy is very, very vulnerable, and don't forget that we depend solely on oil. All the talks about diversification of economy going to agriculture is a ruse. You can't diversify. You can't engage in agriculture when the land is heavily insecure. Are you going to farm in the air? No, you will go to somewhere. You will go to the farm. Are farmers going to the farm? They are not going to the farm. So what we do here is that we deceive ourselves. We tell ourselves a lie that, the economy is growing, GDP is growing, and yet a Congo of curry is still a luxury. How do we explain it? I'm not an economist, but elementary economists I know tells me that if GDP is growing, where is the effect on the citizens? A Congo of curry is still a luxury. People still not afford basic things of life. Even power is out of it. So how are we growing? Which economy we grow on lantern and generator? Which economy? You understand? So the issue is this: if we had done the needful by fixing our refineries, our economy will be a little bit vulnerable. But as it is right now, we are open to anything that can happen to our economy because we are vulnerable. Anything that happens in the global community will affect us harshly.
All right, this particular concern is pointing us in different directions. The Petroleum Industry Act clearly prioritizes domestic refineries and crude allocation. And if Dangote sourced 100% of its crude locally, global price volatility would have little or no effect or impact on domestic fuel prices because transactions would be Naira dominated. And of course, I'm going back to the question I saw next. Nigeria is rich with milk and honey. All of this crude that we have in the ground, where is it going to?
You see,
why should something happen internationally and we're heavily affected when we have the crude?
Look, Ayo.
Who should we ask the question? NNPCL, the Minister of Petroleum, the President,
the leadership,
or the leadership general?
It's the leadership. Ayo, if we get it right at the leadership level, Nigeria is going places. But the problem is that we bring in those who do not even have an idea of what leadership is all about. We say they are politically sagacious, they are politically this, but it's not about being politically sagacious. It's about delivering qualitative leadership. It's about impacting on the lives of the citizens. It's not about you being a political juggernaut. No, it's about you making sure that you don't leave the people the way you met them. That's what leadership is all about. Go and read history of great leaders and see how they came on board and what they did for their citizens. But here we deliver slavery, we deliver suffering, we deliver lack. People can, and at the end of the day, we go and hire influencers in order to tell people what we are. If you have done what you ought to do, you go to the people with your scorecard and tell the people, this is what I have done. So I deserve to be elected, or I deserve to go into power, I deserve to be this. But we don't do that here. So God has blessed us with everything humanly possible for this country to be great. That's why when people come around and say, let's be praying for Nigeria, I don't always engage in that. Because why do you disturb God when he has given you what to do? He has given you everything. But we don't have natural disaster, we don't have earthquake, we don't have as a landslide, we don't have all these things that are the realities of some countries. But what we have here is human disaster, complete human disaster. And it keeps happening. We bring people who know next to nothing about leadership and make them to be in a place where they will take. And during the time of election, even those who are aware of what leadership should be, they do not partake in election. They allow those that can be given 1,000 to go and decide who will rule over all of us.
All right. When we come back, we're going to take a break now. It's a handful. It's a handful situation. Iran-US conflict may raise Nigeria's fuel prices. So even if the war is not happening here, we might be a partaker of that effect. What's your own take on that? We'll take your calls when we come back right after the break. And of course, take this big story here. 2027 polls won't be 100% perfect. INEC chair wants. Our expectations will not be cut short. We'll take a break. When we come back, we take more stories. Stay with us. Attention, schools in Ibadan and its environs. Association of Christian Schools International, ACSI, is calling on Christian schools, mission schools, and church schools to join us at the annual Kingdom Scholars Rendezvous 2026. Are you ready to see your students shine like never before? Then join us. We're kicking off with the Ibadan edition with the theme Shining Light. Date 5th March 2026. Venue Christ Ambassadors International College, Alafin Avenue, Oloyede Estate, Ibadan. This impactful gathering will feature inspiring sessions with Pastor Dr. Olumuyiwa Adisa alongside engaging group projects, presentations, games, breakout sessions, and exciting musical moment. And that's not all. The Okeogun edition will come up on the 12th March 2026 with the same theme, Shining Light. Venue Sharon Rose Schools and College, Shaki. Speaker Mrs. Teniola Oluwashola, founder and proprietress, Sharon Rose Schools schools and college, Shaki, schools in Ukyogun and surrounding communities. This is your moment to be part of this life-shaping experience designed to raise confident, faith-driven scholars. Registration is open to both members and non-member schools. Each school slot covers 10 students, the proprietor, 1 teacher, all for 40,000 naira. Give your student a platform to grow in faith, confidence, and knowledge. To register your school, act now. Call 0706 387 1522. Kingdom Scholars Rendezvous 2026. Raising a generation that shines. Association of Christian Schools International. ACSI. Stronger together.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on these websites: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817-665-7060, 0707-338-4828, SEC 0209-462-1168. Announcer, FSRCC.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it, with delivery to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel. With our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafin Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
right, you're welcome back to the program. This is 89.3 FM, Wells Radio, your preferred wholesome radio, and your state's #1 family radio station, broadcasting live from Wells Radio, Wells Broadcasting House along Alafi Avenue, Oloyede, Estate Ibadan, the capital of your state. Remember that you can partner and do business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM and reach 1.6 million audience. And excluding our online streaming platforms where we cumulatively can help you connect to over 2 million listeners across board. All you need to do is to come to Wells Broadcasting House, Alafi Avenue, and make inquiries on how you can advertise your business, and you can be very sure that your business will reach the right and appropriate audience. It's a new week, so make that decision today. Now let's move on to local stories, in-depth local stories here, as the INEC chair, Joash Amokwita, says 2027 polls won't be 100% perfect. The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Joash Amokwita, has assured Nigerians that the commission has the capacity to electronically transmit election results in 2027, but cautioned that it may not be able to guarantee a 100% election. Amokwita spoke on Sunday at the Citizens Town Hall program aired on major television networks and tagged Electoral Act 2026, what it means for your votes and the 2027 election. The live electoral debate was anchored by the popular presenter Seun Kimbalue and the executive director of Yaga Africa, Samson Utodo. In attendance were the APC national chairman and, of course, the Labour Party interim chairman, the former education minister, Obi Ezekwesili, Senator Ireti Kingibwe, and others. Amokwita appealed to Nigerians to manage expectations, saying the commission would strive for excellence but could not promise perfection. Let me just appeal to Nigerians, he said, because I have noticed now that what Nigerians desire is a perfect election. And INEC will strive as much as possible to give this country the best election. However, we may not be able to achieve a 100% election for now. Well, as far as electronic transmission of results is concerned, I said it before, the FCT area command that we have the capacity to transmit the result and that we're going to transmit the result. The only concern was real time, he stated. The INEC chairman described elections as a central democratic governance, emphasizing the importance of voter education and institutional transparency. Election, he said, for that matter, is the lifeblood of democracy. According to Abraham Lincoln, the ballot is more powerful than the bullet. Also, the ignorance of a voter is very inimical to the security of a nation. Coming from the INEC chairman to manage expectation, saying the commission would strive for excellence but could not promise perfection. 0916 893 1000 and 0915 333 4893. And also you can call 0911 333 3893. Chukwemeka, where do we go from here?
Where we go from here is that INEC has sounded an alarm, you understand? And that Nigerians should lower their expectations from the electoral empire, as an umpire. But there's something here. He mentioned voter education. Has INEC ever engaged in voter education of Nigerians? And he mentioned institutional transparency, because INEC is now in the eye of the storm. People are looking at INEC and Josh Amopito.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Hello. Oh, we lost that call.
You see, the INEC chair will do a lot of homework because he's now at the head of an institution that Nigerians have lost confidence in, because of the past antecedents. And also, what happened in Abuja, he mentioned that they may not engage in real-time transmission of election results, which is where people are really asking for. A lot of people will interpret what he has just said as not being able to do what exactly people are expecting him to do. Nigerians expect transparency. We want.
Let's take this. Hello. Oh, we lost that again.
We expect transparency. Nigerians expect that their votes will count. Because this 2027 is very, very crucial to Nigerians, and there are a lot of expectations. All eyes are on INEC. What this man is saying right now may dampen the interest of many Nigerians in coming out to vote.
All right. Hopefully this call is going to pull through now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, West.
Hello.
Good morning, West.
Good morning to you, Mr. George.
Yeah, my name is George. I'm calling you from Oloyede.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. I thank you people for what you are bringing out to us. And thank you, Chukwemeka, for making it very clear to us that why is it that when things go up over there, outside the world, everything here should go up. Most of the things we need to make our refineries to work, we have them here. It's because of our leaders. We don't want the people to have what belongs to them. And then Ayo used the word, said that they are happy and they are qualifying themselves as being sagacious. That word is smelling to me. I will go in and check if through the dictionary I will be able to understand it very well. If you are being sagacious and you are making life difficult for your people, you are not a good leader. It's not a good thing for us to be suffering when we are having plenty. It should help us make life better for your people. In other words, people who are trying to make the people to suffer, they suffer too. Look at the Iranian president. If his people are behind him, he shouldn't have been killing the people when they are protesting for hardship. Is it because we are not protesting here? Please, our leaders should please learn from what is happening outside Nigeria and give us the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. George, for your contribution this morning. 0916-893-1000, 0915-333-4893, and 0911-333-3893.
Do you know what the INEC chair has just said? Just like a military commander telling the troops behind him that, look, we are going into battle. I don't expect that we are going to win. Nobody goes into battle expecting to win, to lose. You have even some of the soldiers who begin to withdraw, begin to behave somehow that, if our leader is telling us this, which means there's no hope for us. What this man has just said, nobody is expecting 100% this, but is he supposed to come out and be saying it? Nigerians are expecting a lot. You will assure them that, look, I'm going to deliver on my promise.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, West Radio.
Good morning, Mr. Salami from Awoton.
Yeah, God bless my dear brother.
God bless you too. Good morning.
I'm calling from Awoton.
Good morning.
Mr. Afikomeka, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Salami.
I'm bothered because the statement credited to Professor Amupiton is highly unfortunate. And that's why, as public office holders, I expect that this man has a couple of PAs and who usually kind of tell us certain things around him. In a country where there's high voter apathy, in a country where we are kind of trying to see how we can encourage high voter participation, and you are coming out to say that election will not be perfect, even if there are certain internal challenges for him. Why is it there? Why does he accept the duty? Is it not for him to work around it first? So, but now that you have come out to say that election won't be perfect, so that means even those who really want to vote, but now we no longer see the reason why they must vote. You say, okay, even for INEC to have said the election won't be perfect, that means everything is already perfected. I think you understand. I mean, it's unfortunate. And I just want to appeal to public office holders. Some of them are listening right now, or even people close to them. They should kind of weigh their their words in the public, because they should know that they are key opinion leaders and their opinion counts in the eyes of the public. Honestly speaking, I personally didn't expect this type of statement. To me, that statement is reckless, if I must put it that way. May God help Nigeria.
Amen.
But it's not good. It's unfortunate. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Salami. Let's go to Facebook.
You see what I was saying earlier, that
Yeah.
such a statement should not be made by Amopeto.
All right.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Ruth from Alakia, right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Ruth. Thank you for
on
calling.
the statement attributed to the INEC chairman,
Yeah.
that the nation will not be 100% perfect, is really concerning. Because considering the humongous amount of money budgeted for the election, so why can't it meet the highest standard? So it's high time the INEC chairman should rise up to the standard in delivering a credible and transparent process. And even this demand can even discourage some people to come out to vote. So they should please do the needful. Because what we Nigerians want is a better future. Good morning.
Good morning, Ruth. This comment from Sulaiman Sharif on Facebook. He says, good morning and happy new month to everyone. 100% is not tenable anywhere in the world. But we know what maximum effort to do the right thing is. We also know when dubious plans are made to block credible and fair elections. But INEC chairman uses another way of telling Nigerians that there must surely be a glitch. And we know who the glitch always favors. We can't get it right until a total reform is done in the Nigerian constitution and a thorough electoral reform. Let's take a look at this. Still coming from the prof at INEC, Professor Joash. The problem I have is the adequacy of the network we have. For instance, you expect that in a place like the FCT, we should be able to transmit your result without any issues. But we had a situation where it was impossible for us to have a real-time transmission of result, especially from the Kabi ward until the following day. And in some of the words, some results were transmitted, he said. Amukwito linked INEC credibility closely to logistics, warning that operational lapses could undermine public confidence. He said, so talking about logistics, I've said it often that your election can be as good as your logistics. So where there is logistics failure, you know that you're beginning to fail. And while admitting that the FCT poll experienced some logistic issues, including human errors, he said the commission was already addressing them. Now, how many, council areas are in Abuja?
And they are
2027 elections.
If
the in the FCT, Chukwemeka, real-time electronic transmission of results was impossible, almost impossible in a particular council, how much more the whole of the nation, at least excluding some of the states that are not going, but I mean majority are going to be marching to the polls in February next year. That's less than a year from now, right? And we're having this. Where again, my question: where do we go from here? Good morning to you.
Hello. Good morning, AGBEYEWO.
Good morning, Benga Myro. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. God bless you.
Bless you too.
Now, I think we should not deceive ourselves. Amukuto has told you that he cannot guarantee a 100% free election result. He has told us. So I think the point for us is just to accept what the guy has said. Because talking about real time itself, you cannot really say how effective the real time will be. Because if I'm to send some amount to you now, if I'm beside you and I send an amount to you, you know you might not even get the alert immediately. It might take you some few hours before you get the alert. So the system as well, my app is up and down. So he has told us the truth, and I don't know if the man has come out yesterday and he told us that don't worry, we are going to give you 100% from the election, whatever. People will be clapping for him. They'll be telling us yes, he knows what to do. But Nigeria doesn't want people that tell them the truth. That is the point. The only thing I want is that you want an election that will be all inclusive. You want an election that everybody will participate. You want an election that will be each free. You want an election that each money should be the basis for someone to bind someone conscience for it in order to vote for a party. Then I'm having issue. But with what the man has said, I think I'm in line with him. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Gwenga.
You see, Ayo, I want us to be very careful the way we talk. Amupeto is in the INEC chair to solve a problem that we have always been having. These logistics, all this grammar around the election, are they not solvable? Are they something that are they something that cannot be solved? Are there attempts by ANEC to make sure that these things are put in place for a seamless election and a real-time transmission? What effort has he made? Has he told Nigerians what he did, what he has done, and what he's about to do?
Hello, good morning.
George calling back.
All right, Mr. George, thank you.
Okay, let's accept that he has told us the truth. We have between now and January to hold this election. Can't we work towards making things to work? That is where we should be looking at now. Let those appointed to handle the issue of our communication be empowered to make sure that our election is going to be hitch-free. Because just telling us that we cannot assure you of 100% hitch-free election is like you preparing for a failure. Let them work towards making these things to work between now and January when we are going to hold the election. Unless, if they are still working on their statement, or your mandate will stand, and they will make everything to support the negative, that is where we will now say they are really not those who want to be our leaders. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. George, for your contribution. There's a part of the logistic issues that I would also want us to talk about. While admitting the FCT poll experienced some logistic issues, including human errors, he said the commission was already addressing them, and that will be the challenge of human errors and training. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
This is Aderonke from Muslim.
Thank you, Aderonke, for calling us.
Yeah. Concerning the INEC chairman assuring us that 2021 will be the best election, the previous several INEC chairman have said so, and still yet we are still experiencing the same thing. So,
oh, we lost your call. Please do call us back. Let's talk about human errors addressed here. During elections in Nigeria, Chukwemeka, you find INEC partnering with, the transport union, say the NURTW in some states where they exist, in a place like Oyo State, say the PMS. And then you see them using their rickety buses, to move electoral materials. And these, again, over time have been a challenge with logistic issues, where you see some of the buses breaking down by the roadside and then electoral materials not getting to the place. But with human error, this is a major challenge. Yes, it's human. Sometimes human error would come up. But what is the quality of training that INEC is also given? The next election is in February. Any plans for, the electoral officers, the core members, to start getting trained now? When exactly is INEC set to start also training the officials for the election? That's another big question. Hello, good morning.
Hello, this is Aderonke calling.
Yes, Aderonke, thank you for calling back.
Yeah, I said they should not deceive Nigerians. Nigerians should not be deceived because nothing Mahmoud didn't say during his own time to Nigeria. So at the end of the day, usually the presidential election is still not the same format. So they should not deceive us. That's my take. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ayo, based from what we are saying right now about the National Union of the Road Transport Workers, who is at the helm of the affairs in Nigeria, and what is political affiliation? We are in for something we are in for something. Who is at the head of the national? Go and read the comments they have been making about towards 2027. You understand? In fact, this election is something that Nigerians really, it will take God's grace.
Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. We can hear you. Comrade. Thank you, comrade. Comrade Igay. Good morning. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Monachiso, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is Nigeria. Anything Nigeria government, any Nigerian want to do, they will do it. If they are not ready to do it, they will not do it. Remember 1999 when Nigeria want to host the World Cup. See the way they arrange that competition. Very short period, they did it. But if they don't want to do anything, no Jupiter can tell the Nigerians to do it. This election we are talking about, if they want to do it right, they will do it right. And if they don't want to do it the way people want it, nobody can force them to do it. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for calling. Nigerians are speaking, especially on the statement made by the INEC chairman. Oh, well, it is well. Like I said, training, I just hope that INEC is, putting things in place as fast as possible to ensure that we reduce human error as much as we can. Mr. Tayo, thank you for calling.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How was your weekend, sir?
Oh, great.
Mr. Chukwuemeka, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
You see, people are talking about election. Which election are you talking about? APC has about 30 governors now. Adedamola state governors join APC. So there's no election again now. Good morning.
All right. That's another view there. God help Nigeria. That's all we can take this morning. Before we go, I'm just going to drop this story here. The Nigerian Army Major, 10 terrorists killed in fraud attack on military bases. I'm sure that AGBEYEWO will look at other stories. The time did not permit us to look at one after another. Before you sign out, just like Mr. Tyre said, how many governors do we have in the APC now?
I don't know how many of them. But there is something I want us to understand. When you build your house with borrowed materials, a day is coming when
the owner will call for it.
God bless you.
Is Seyi Makinde going to join another political party?
I don't know.
Thank you so much for your state. That's all we can take. Thank you, Chukwuemeka, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that's all we can take today on the program Perspectives Unlimited. Do join all our news and current affairs programs for today for updates and then, of course, developing stories to some of the headlines this morning. At 8 o'clock today, AGBONMAGBE will be in Yoruba language to go through the top stories in Nigeria. Wazobia platform will come in at 10 o'clock to look at social, cultural, political issues as a consensus in Nigeria. And at 12 o'clock, we'll take our world news, both in English and in Yoruba language. AM Sport will be in a moment from now. Thank you and have a great and blessed morning. All right, put a big smile on your face because everything will definitely be well with you. My name is Ayo Emmanuel Ojo. God bless you.
Important information. The views expressed by the interviewee in this program are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of Wells Radio 89.3 FM or its affiliated entities. Wells Radio 89.3 FM is committed to providing a platform for diverse perspectives and opinions, and the views expressed by guests on our programs are their personal viewpoints. Wells Radio 89.3 FM does not endorse or take responsibility for the content or opinions expressed by individual interviewees and callers. Thank you.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
كان ساعا الكثير لإسبانيول. ضاعت الكرة من جانب إسبانيول. تمريرة خاطئة صدمت في الدفاع. رونالدو كريستيانو على اليمين. رونالدو مر. رونالدو عدى بمهارة. يا عيني يا كريستيانو. جميلة من رونالدو هذا كله والكل يقول أن ليس في مستواه. هذا الهدف عدى من الأول. رونالدو مر. جميلة من رونالدو. جميلة من كريستيانو.
Ja cap a la dreta per Xavi. Assistència de Xavi més cap a la dreta per Messi. Messi. Immens Messi. Encara Messi. Encara Messi. Gol. Increïble. No m'ho puc.
For Selko. Here's